this special episode of On the Farm, we head to Grosvenor Farms for Down to Earth to see all the latest innovations and technology within the dairy farming industry. But first, let's hear from the organisers.
We're very pleased today to be hosting the RABDF Down to Earth event. It's a very big event in the farming calendar. And I think for us, it's perhaps a reflection of our reputation in the industry for sustainable food production. So we're very pleased to be here. We're very pleased to tell our story, put our messages out, and to have so many people here visiting us today.
Today we've got some working demonstrations of some seeding machinery here beside us. We've also got about 70 trade stands. We're expecting somewhere in the region of about 1,500 people from pretty much all over the country, dairy farmers, allied industry, associated professionals in the dairy industry. So a really good day of extended knowledge. We've got a very active main stage where we've got speakers throughout the day. We're also running the Kite podcast, so the popular dairy podcast from Kite. So that's another really great part of Down to Earth this year.
We're really pleased to see so many people at the event and supporting it. Working the RABDF, who asked us to host this. We were really happy to do so. I think, again, we're in a fortunate position to be able to do things on scale and actually then deliver. And it gives us an opportunity to encourage other farmers to take the same journey as we have, even if it's in small steps. I think as an industry, we need to make progressive steps forward to reassure policymakers that we can do what we need to do, is deliver food, but in a sustainable way.
So a lot on offer for the visitors and the guests, and here are a few that we caught up with.
Hi, my name is Nivana Egan. I run Mayo Farm Systems. We're based in Lancashire, but we cover the whole of the UK. The Mayo mattress as a product, from the perspective of sustainability, it's incredibly long lifespan. So when a farmer installs a Mayo bed, he's going to get multiple decades of service out of that system. And when the cow is finished using it as her bed in the unit, it can be repurposed for use either elsewhere on the farm or indeed as a material, as it doesn't perish. It can be reconstituted for use in other arenas, example children's playgrounds, things like that. From an environmental and a productivity and a sustainable future perspective as well, everything inside in the livestock housing unit needs to promote the welfare and the condition of the cow so that she can be as productive as possible for as long as possible. So our flexible cubicle system, it is very, very strong, very robust. It has, again, quite a long lifespan associated with it, where you have a system that will give a controlled flexibility in the bed, as opposed to a bed where the cow can override the guide that the cubicles are there to give. If a cow can override the guide that the cubicle is there to give, then she is reducing the optimal lunging and manoeuvring that the cubicle has been set up there to give her, lying across two beds, reducing the number of beds available in a unit, etc. Our system solves those problems while bringing the comfort element, the great comfort elevation that having a flexible divider gives inside the unit.
My name's Tim Gulliford and I'm the UK and Ireland Sales Manager for MI. Milk Rate Interpulse is actually a culmination of two companies, two very dedicated companies for the dairy industry. So as a company, our philosophy is that we don't just have the mindset of selling our products, we actually like to sell our services. We spend much of our time on farms, discussing our products with the farmers, indeed introducing them to the new products that we can evolve with the farmer, and indeed the services that we offer. One such service that is particularly good for us in our farm services is cluster exchange. So for instance, the farmer will have the opportunity to replace the whole cluster rather than changing just the liners. That saves them valuable time that they can utilise elsewhere on farm. Part of what we also offer as the interface products is indeed our liners and tubing and consumables, but for the PCI, Precision Control Intelligence, that we offer is indeed milk meters, which also are ICAR approved, and indeed we're making good inroads in the UK and Ireland with selling those products.
Hi, I'm Jack McDill from Ley Atlantic, and my job role is Commercial Product Specialist for Feed and Manure. We're here today at the Down to Earth event to promote to farmers what Ley can do to future-proof their farm. In particular, from my point of view, from the Ley Vector, which is our complete feeding solution. And what that does it enables the farm to be flexible on its feeding requirements. So the Ley Vector feeds to need, so it will only put the amount of feed onto the feed fence that the cows actually require. So reducing the amount of feed that you're putting out, reducing the amount of waste. So they're getting the right amount of feed pushed up where they can access it when they want it. So putting the cow in the middle, letting her choose when she wants to eat.
Ley are a fantastic ambassador for future farming. We're always pioneering and innovating within the industry. Also, with our future innovations, we're looking at capturing ammonia emissions through our Ley Sphere system, which is currently being trialled and tested in the Netherlands as we speak. So again, it's just bringing that circular farming down, making sure that we're as sustainable as we possibly can be. When our customers buy into Ley, we make sure that we can future-proof their farm. So we're always innovating, but we're always looking at what we can do to put our farmers first.
Hello, I'm Jade Prince. I'm a soil specialist from the Healthy Soils team at Hutchinson's. We specialise in helping livestock farmers and growers to enhance their soils. We take a holistic approach to a full farm system, looking at a multitude of options to take a transition to regenerative agriculture. So this might include looking at soil structure, soil chemistry and soil biology. And today at Down to Earth we've got a soils pit to look at that soil structure more in depth. We've got advanced analysis which you can demonstrate to growers, and then we can take a little bit of a look at biology and how we can enhance soil biology on farm as well. So what we've done there is we've pulled off a slab of the soil to make sure that we've got a nice fresh face before we start assessing the soil. And then as we look here, you can see that we've got nice rooting coming down. This is a grass and clover mix. So we've already got nice nodules on our clover, and you can see the roots coming down towards the bottom of the pit. Interesting things about this soil pit in particular are that the soil breaks up into quite straight, angular edges, and that's indicating to us that this could be a high magnesium soil. So there are things we can look to remedy that, which includes the application of gypsum. So we would need to do an advanced soil analysis to assess that further, and we have got that advanced analysis here today which supports that theory. Equally in this soil you can see that we've got orange mottling. So that indicates that we've got high iron in this soil, which again could be a symptom of slow water movement, which is a result of that high magnesium soil.
Hello, I'm Mik Phillips, Head of Feed Sales for Moore Valley Farmers. So as a farmer-owned business, we have a role to play in helping farmers lower carbon footprints whilst improving profitability and sustainability. We were the first in the country to include carbon numbers on our feed labels and compounds and blends, and we've been producing soya and palm feed products for 8 years. And through our precision nutrition rationing programme, we can predict the carbon footprint of specific diets as well as the methane output and nitrogen excretion. So we can work with farmers to reduce the impact of diets while looking after animal health and milk contract requirements. Within this, we also advise on feeding bovine to help reduce methane emissions. As the only company in the UK to have blend, compounds and mineral manufacturing facilities in-house, we can deliver bespoke, cost-effective, efficient service. So farmers can get the whole farm service from soil to silage.
I'm Jodie Edmonds and I'm Genetic Services Manager at Cogent Breeding. So we recently released EcoFeed Beef on Dairy at Cogent, and this is a new trait that encompasses feed efficiency and the genetic aspects behind feed efficiency in the UK. EcoFeed Beef on Dairy is a genomic index built on feed conversion efficiency in beef on dairy cattle, and it's based off the phenotype of RFI and encompasses a number of production traits in order to give the genomic index behind feed conversion efficiency. Over 5 years of UK research have shown considerable differences between the Cogent Aberdeen Angus lineup. A summary of trials that we've completed in the UK have shown a 24 difference between the feed to gain ratio in Cogent progeny, which equivalates to a feed saving of 493 kilos per head, which over a 320-day feeding period, this gives us over £61 profit difference between progeny levels. By using feed efficiency bulls or high eco feed bulls, we can have savings across the entire supply chain for beef on dairy calves.
Genetics isn't always the most tangible thing, it's not always the easiest thing for farmers to see, and it takes a long time to come to fruition. But I think what we can show here with the progress that's been made through genomic testing, the selection on eco-feed and the selection on the production traits and the economic traits is that we can make a massive difference through genetic selection. So we've got a group of cattle behind us. Some of them are by a bull called Captain, who's the #1 proven PLI sire currently. And what we've seen through milking a lot of those animals here, there's 628 animals in the heifer group, 209 of those are Captain. The whole group averaged 37.7 kilos. The Captains are averaging 41, and there's other animals and other sire groups in this heifer group that are averaging 31. So that's a 10 kilo difference between the Captain group and the lowest group. You know, you start to ripple that out, and the financial value that can bring. You know, I think we worked out that if every animal in the heifer group was a Captain, there'd be £250,000 worth more revenue just from milk sales alone.
So there you have it, a lot to get your teeth into. Thanks to all the contributors and to Grosvenor Farms and to Down to Earth for letting us film. And also, thanks to you for watching. See you next time.